Welcome back to another episode of our series Baking Until We Make It. So today guys, I'm going to be making chocolate cake. If you are new here, the purpose of this series is we teach ourselves how to bake from scratch without any professional training. We just check YouTube channels or check other creators channels on how they make their pastries or baking series, and we use that to train ourselves. So we are going to show you all our flaws, all our mistakes. We're going to be doing this until we become a perfectionist, until we get everything right. Today I'm making chocolate cake and I use 6 cups of flour, 4 cups of sugar, 1 spoon of baking soda, 1 spoon of baking powder, 2 spoons of salt. These are the ingredients I use for this. But I feel like because I did not measure them appropriately, a lot of mistakes happened in this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as the video goes on, you're going to be seeing those mistakes, and you can also highlight them so you don't make the same mistake while you're making yours too. Now the first thing I did, I'm going to be measuring out all my dry ingredients and I sieve them as you have seen me do. After that, we are going right into the liquid ingredients. So the first thing I did was to put 4 cups of sugar. In fact, at this point I was already thinking, hey, the sugar did not reach 4 cups exactly because the sugar has finished. I just decided to manage it that way. So I put the 4 cups, then I went in with 1 egg. Please do not break your egg inside it. I had broken 1 egg into my sugar before I realized that I shouldn't have done that. So I break the other 2 separately and then I poured it into the sugar. I stirred this together properly and it was somewhat difficult and actually hard. Remember, we are doing this off the top of our head. I only watched one YouTube video on how to make this, and that's what I'm using to make this chocolate cake. I do not have any idea on what I am doing or what it is that I might be doing wrong. I am just going with the flow. So guys, I stirred this and I felt like it was too hard. I didn't like the texture it was giving me, so I decided to go break 1 more eggs into this mixture. After doing that, you can see the texture, it was thick. I felt like it wasn't okay, so I added 1 extra egg into this and then I stirred that together and it gave me just the consistency I wanted it to be. So I used a total of 5 eggs for this chocolate cake batter. You need those strong hands. Use that hands and stir. You will be stirring a lot. That's the reason why I did not use a butter cake. I'm still going to get there. We are still learning, so we are going to take it one step at a time. Okay, I know that the butter cake can be more stressful. So this is the final result and I'm good to go. Then I went in with my milk. This is just 1 cup of milk. I stirred that together and this looks just fine to me. Then I went in with just 3 spoons of vanilla. Then I went in with my hot coffee. According to the cake video I watched, they said it's going to activate the ingredient or whatever it is I used. So that's what I'm just doing. I'm following the recipe here, guys. Then I went in with 3 cups of groundnut oil. I just get it with my highlight. I don't have the proper measurements, so I guess that's my #1 mistake, not having a proper measurement. Especially if I am trying to learn a new recipe, I should use the proper measurement. So that's #1 mistake. So now we are going to be introducing the dry ingredients into the liquid ingredients. I'll be stirring that together as I'm doing in here. I stirred this properly to remove all lump. If you have watched this video to this point, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. And if you really like this content or you like this series, just tell us in the comment section. Also, don't forget to note out the mistakes that you feel that I have made while doing this recipe. Now, this is my butter and this is what I have. I do not have an oven, neither do I have any baking pan. So I am making use of my air fryer silicone plate. I'm going to be pouring my butter into this plate. I placed a parchment paper in the plate so that it will be easy for me to remove the cake when it's cooked. And then I poured in the butter. Going to heat that together according to what they do. So I don't know the purpose of that. If you know why they do heat the butter on the table before placing it into the oven, please let me know in the comment section because I do not have an idea why they do that. Anyways, now we are going to be pouring the leftover butter into my foil plate. The second mistake I noticed I made was that for a trial, this batch I made was too much. It was too much. It was excessive. I guess I followed the wrong recipe. So I added that into my foil plates. I did the same thing for the rest of the foil plates and I just set it aside. After filling all the foil plates with the chocolate batter, I covered each and every one of them, except one which didn't come with a cover. We're going to be cleaning up just a little bit. We'll clean the side, the spills from whatever it is you are doing. So while you are cooking or while you are baking, just make sure you do a little bit of cleanup here and there. Now I'm covering all the foil plates and we're going to be making use of a pot oven. In a big pot, I put salt. I'm sorry, I did not show that part. I put salt in the pot and then I place another pot inside that pot. So this is what I'll be using as my oven. Now what I am doing here, I'm just stacking up all my foil cakes into this pot. This last one doesn't have a cover, so please ignore it. Then after 15 minutes, I noticed that the cake, the ones beneath, had already spilled out. I guess because of the weight of the ones on top of it. So I decided to, and they were ready by the way, I decided to remove it and place the ones above, below, and then the ones that are below, since they are cooked, I remove them totally from the oven. Now I'm going to put in back the ones below back to the pot so that they can properly cook. As you can see here, it's still undone. I covered it with the first cover and also with the second cover. Cake needs a lot of heat to bake and you don't want it escaping from any angle. Now this is the one in the air fryer. I don't know what I did wrong in here. I went with 180 degree for 40 minutes. I don't know if the heat was too high. I really don't know what went wrong, but it got burnt at the top, and look at the down part. You can see it's still very soggy and it hasn't even done anything. Now this is the final result. I removed the upper part that is burnt so that those that are below can also have time to cook. Now for the last batch, the final one that is left from our batter, I did the same thing again since I'm using my air fryer, and then I tapped it just like the first one and I also placed it back into the oven. I made sure that I reduced the heat and I was watching it consistently. I did not just make it get bad. Now this is what we have for the second batch. It also got burnt at the top. Maybe the heat was too much, but it was properly cooked, unlike the first one. It was moist. I just cut out the top part and you can see it was cooked. It was okay. I was satisfied with it. Would I be doing this again? Of course I would be doing it, and I've learned a lot. First of all, the heat I used, the batter I made was too much, and then I realized that when I tasted it, the sugar was way too much for me. Please don't use that amount of sugar, please and please. It literally gave me sugar rush. It was so bad. This time I'm going to be doing this, I will make sure that I cut down on my sugar level and make sure I don't make this quantity. It is too much for a trial. I am not going to be making this quantity again, and then I'll make sure that I reduce the heat that I use, and if I can, I will get a pan for baking. So these are the things I noticed that are my mistakes, and I am going to make sure I correct them next time we'll be making this video. So what do you think I could have done better in this chocolate cake making? Let me know in the comment section. Now these are the cupcakes. They actually came out fluffy, fine. The cupcake were perfect. So I just wrapped that up together and I kept it in my fridge for next time. Well, this is all we have. That will be all for today. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on our next baking series, Baking Until We Make It. Bye guys.